Twitter, I was convinced there really wasn't a lot he could do to make it worse. And he has absolutely slapped me around here and spit in my face, letting me know that no, it always could get worse. I already made a video talking about his $8 a month for the check mark on Twitter, his verification, his pay-to-win opinion scheme where you can pay $8 a month to have your check mark and you get priority in the search and replies and all that. I already talked about that at length. The main takeaway there is I just find that to be really embarrassing. To publicly display that you pay for a service like Twitter is more shameful than letting people know that you pay for furry porn. So,
agreed.
I just thought that would be a little Boy Scout badge people would always point and laugh at you for, and that was the worst thing about it. I just thought it was silly, especially because you don't even get an ad-free experience. You're paying $8 a month, and he says you only get half as many ads, which is just a fat L.
That's so funny. He's like, we're still going to steal your information. We're still going to sell your information to advertisers. Like, you don't even get to fucking run away from that. That is awesome, dude. It's just like such a gigantic open fuck you. It's like, oh yeah, you must be just as addicted to the platform as I am, so you'll fucking pay for this shit. You must be just as addicted to like having people validate your existence as I am, Elon Musk, that you would buy a $44 billion platform that's worth maybe $20 billion. You know what I mean? Maybe you would do that. I did it. Why won't you pay $8? Because that's all Elon Musk is basically saying. Elon's like, I paid $44 billion for this shit. You should pay $8 a month, right? Like, that's normal. Everyone would do that. It's like, oh, really? Would they? Because I don't think so, man.
Imagine paying a monthly subscription and still getting ads. Yucky. But today, Elon Musk actually made a much more concerning announcement regarding this new program, where if you don't pay $8 a month for Twitter, if you try and use Twitter for free, as it's always been, you're basically shadow banned. At least, that's how it sounds coming from his mouth. Your replies aren't really going to be seen. He says verbatim, you'll have to scroll far to see unverified users, which sounds like going forward, you'll need to cough up $8 a month in order to have a voice. To anyone with their brain even remotely functioning properly, you'll recognize this is the exact opposite of free speech, which he claims to champion for the platform. But I'm just going to publicly beg all Elon Musk meat riders to hop off his cock for just a few seconds here, put away your little sausage fingers before writing your comment about how upset you are that I insulted your savior, and just listen. Just join.
Isn't it? But look, this is what I mean. Like, I love Charlie. I think he has some really solid takes on a lot of issues. But the reason why he has to qualify, like, for the Elon meat riders in his fucking community is because, like, he is so good at navigating through complex subjects without, like, having people fucking hate him that he has, of course, cultivated a community where there's a lot of fucking Elon meat riders in there. So he has to, like, specifically, openly state that, like, the Elon meat riders in his community, like, are in the wrong. I would never have to fucking do that in any meaningful circumstance, because it's like, I don't have the Elon meat riders come in here and they know that I hate him. X's chat is all Elon meat riders.
Join me on a magic school bus ride through this absolutely terrible idea and why this is such a fucking outrageous program.
So how do you prevent the use of the N-word? We should be able to figure out with software how to moderate this and prevent that from happening. Is that true or not?
What I'm trying to achieve with this sort of
Excuse me, chat was terrible. Shut up. Are you serious? There's no... Or you turn them against him like me? Maybe. There's no fucking way XQC's community is, like, genuinely in support of Elon Musk still at this stage. That's crazy.
To be payment verified with Twitter Blue is to try to get as many people payment verified as possible. It's only $8 a month, although for some people that were complaining about that, and these are people who pay more than that for their latte.
Elon was asked his strategy for combating hate speech, racism, anti-Semitism, all that, and he brought up the payment subscription plan as a way of fighting against it. But I wanted to highlight this part here where he compares the price of a Starbucks latte to the subscription plan, because he loves this one. This is for some reason like his smoking gun. He's already posted this dank meme about it, so this is pretty much his anime.
Oh, it's over. When Charlie is fucking blistering you like this, when you lost the even-keeled, inoffensive members that are beloved by the online community like this, dude, it's done. he's ripping into him, dude. He is ripping into the fucking Wojak shit, the soy jack shit. Holy fuck.
signature finishing move. This is his Kamehameha. He really thinks this is just a checkmate, like, so you'll pay $8 for a Starbucks latte and it only lasts you 30 minutes, but you'll cry about $8 a month for Twitter and it lasts you 30 days. Curious. So you'll pay $8 for a drink and it only lasts you a couple of minutes, but you're gonna go ahead and whine and throw a temper tantrum for the same price for having a voice on a shithole platform? Very interesting. I'm not a Starbucks enjoyer. I don't like Starbucks. I don't go there. Maybe the drinks are overpriced. Couldn't tell you. But that's neither here nor there. This is just like a gotcha moment that a child would think is clever. Like, Mom, Dad, why won't you buy me the new Call of Duty game? We spend more on groceries every week, and this is just a one-time purchase. And some of those groceries are so yucky, like broccoli and shit. We're paying more for that than Call of Duty, so just get me Call of Duty. Or back in the day when streaming services first started popping off, streaming service to nutbutt.com is only $6 a month. That's less than a single meal from Burger King. It's just so silly.
It's just the number one scammer technique, by the way. Like, when someone compares the price of whatever the fuck they're selling to you without actually telling you what they're selling you, and instead, compare it to like something else that's cheap, that is completely not analogous. Know that they're just you're getting fucked. You're getting scammed, okay? Hustlers University is $50 a month, but the amount of money you'll be making off of Hustlers University is unimaginable, right? Instead of eating avocado toast every week, put the avocado toast down and buy a Hustlers University scam. It's not a multi-level marketing scheme.
You're comparing things that aren't even comparable. You're comparing food to a checkmark on Twitter. Like, it's just, it's so dumb. I also see a lot of people bastardizing what free speech means in order to fit their own personal image of Elon Musk as the Messiah. People are saying this is just how it's supposed to be. Twitter's like this big public bulletin board where anyone can go up and post something on it, but now you can pay to post something bigger on it on top of those. And I guess you're not, like, wrong, but why is that something that's good? In fact, this is the exact thing people were upset about before Elon's takeover, talking about silencing their voice, where more powerful, more wealthy outlets were overshadowing their side of things and their opinions. And now it's just like a blatant system that celebrates that fact. And for some reason, because it's Elon, they're like, oh no, this is good now.
Part of it's revenue, part of it is payment authentication. And so if somebody... because there is a huge problem with spam and bots and trolls on Twitter, and organizations trying to manipulate public opinion. But if we can get enough verified users, and we're going to prioritize Twitter search, replies, mentions by verified users first.
This is not news. He made this very clear with his initial post saying, like, the benefits of the checkmark going forward, which is priority in these places. But what wasn't clear is not only are they getting priority, but the people that don't pay for it are getting fundamentally shadow banned. And he's going to go a little further on that in just a moment here, but I just wanted to point out that's not new. He made this clear that by paying for it, you are going to have the benefit of being, the superstar of every single post.
Everyone's going to like you. We're going to make it so that if you pay $8 a month, no one can fucking hate on you. If that's the case, by the way, I'll pay for it. If I never have, if you give me the opportunity to fucking immediately send people into the shadow realm for saying, like, Hasan, your drip is shitty, okay? Hasan, socialism means no house. And I could just laser you off the planet, like laser you off the fucking platform, I would do it. I would pay $8 a month. I'd pay fucking $100 a month if I could do that. If I could Homelander you like I can with the same ease here on my own fucking Twitch streams, I'd pay for it. I'd pay for it, baby. Oh, man, I would pay for that shit like a salt gun and a housefly. Absolutely, brother. Now, listen. There are other things that I'm willing to do, okay? Catherine Kruger brought this up on the latest Chapo Paid episode where she said, anyone that talks shit about the way you look, Twitter makes it, in order to improve the platform, Twitter makes it so that you automatically, like a B-reel, take a photo of your face as you're saying, lol, you're ugly. It's instantaneous, okay? It takes a photo of your face and posts it right underneath it. I would pay $100 for that service. Other things that I would pay $100 for. If you issue a death threat to me, I have a death threat quota, okay? I'm a fair guy. One, I should be able to pay to say death threats to other people, okay? But if you don't want to do that, if you want to make it more democratic, the amount of death threats I get to also dish back out, okay? After a certain level of death threats that I get from an individual account, Twitter immediately identifies where that person lives, their IP address, sends it to me so I can see what's going on. You know what I mean? That way, the platform is fair. If I get 100 death threats, I can basically issue 100 death threats to 100 other people. Okay? That's how it works. I think that would be a good way to use it. Or you could just like pay for the death threats. Each individual death threat, you get penalized, right? Each individual death threat you get, you dish out without getting a death threat yourself, you get penalized for it. So you're basically paying to issue death threats. I think that would be fair. Okay. Hey, yo, chill, dude. Elon's going to take you serious? Okay, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. That would literally make it so much better. It would make it so much more fun. Because everybody wants to issue death threats and nobody wants to get death threats. Let's be real. It's like a big part of Twitter. It is. Sometimes you see a post and you're like, you should die. Okay? And you want to say that, but you can't say that because you're like, well, I'll get banned if I say that. I get it. Sometimes I post it myself. I post some shit and I see it. Every QRT is like, you should literally be murdered in the bloodiest, most brutal way possible. And I'm like, I don't think so, but I understand your frustration. That's kind of like where I'm coming from half the time when I see posts. Okay? Not everyone is completely broken like you. Yeah, not everyone, but everyone on Twitter sure is. I think I should be able to achieve some kind of like rank system, value system where like I have so many death threats that I can like issue it to other people. Okay? Like a quota. You can pull a Tesla and sell your death threat credits to hogs so they can claim to be death threat neutral. That's awesome. That's something that Elon Musk personally understands as well. So I have some good ideas. Elon, you can hire me if you want. I'll hit up Grimes to link up with you if you need it. I got some really good ideas. I'm a power user. I'll be using the fucking platform. I'm just as thin-skinned as you are. Maybe not as thin-skinned as you are, but like I do have some narcissistic tendencies and a deep desire to be loved by people, which I think makes me a decent content creator. But like for you, it just has, blown up in your face more than me for sure. So I get where you're coming from. Let me be a part of, let me play a role. You know what I mean? I got some good ideas, dude. If you get enough death threats, you get to tweet about going DEFCON 3 on the demographic of your choice. No, none of that. Anyway. I'm just saying, like, the death threat coupon is literally a good idea. Just think about that. Just think about it. Everyone wants to say kill yourself on Twitter. Like, pretty much, if you join the platform, and you're scrolling for like 4 minutes, you're going to encounter something that wants you to go kill yourself on the platform. Like, it's just how it is. Like, that's just how the fucking thing works. I certainly see it, okay? And I receive it. I receive it all the time. People tell me all the time to kill myself. It's not happening. But it absolutely is something that every Twitter user wants to do. So in order to make it fair, the more people say kill yourself to you, the more you're allowed to say it to other people.
Most you ever make, I suppose. People will see that you pay $8 a month for Twitter, they'll give you a thumbs up and start throwing roses and blowing kisses your way for such a great financial decision. This isn't any new information, but I just want to again let everyone know that this is the value that they're paying for $8 a month on Twitter.
With blue checkmark, then you're prioritized, and hateful conduct pays. But if somebody risks losing even $8, the net effect will be over time that the verified users will pretty much always be at the top of comments and search, and you won't really see. You'll have to scroll far to see the unverified users, which will be the bots and trolls and whatnot.
So if something we don't want to see, it gets pushed way down.
Yeah, just the basic.
I promise you, if this was announced before Elon Musk's takeover, there would be nobody defending it. But the fact that Elon Musk has people that would throw themselves in front of a fucking moving train if it meant saving Elon's reputation, they're doing the most incredible mental gymnastics to try and spin this as a positive thing, which it's not. This goes against free speech. Plain and simple. It absolutely does. If you don't pay, you don't have a voice. It's as simple as that. What he's describing here, where you just get pushed to the bottom and you really won't be seen, that's called shadow banning, and it's something everybody hates because it's just downright wrong. It's fucking evil. And he's celebrating it like, oh, if you're not paying me, if you don't have that check mark, you're not going to be seen. That's not a flex. That's not something people will wiggle their finger about with a smile on their face. That is a Wumbo-sized box of ass right there. What a load of shit. It's so dumb. And another fundamental...
Look, man, here's what it is, okay? If I can't see Piker, Kendall, aka Hasan Stash, and all the other numerous Hasan Twitter accounts on Twitter, then it's not as fun as an experience for me, okay? These are people who are basically just making content for fun, okay? They're making content for fun. They're making content for no other reason other than, like, they know they're funny and other people are going to appreciate it, okay? That's it. No, it's not about enabling stans. I'm not calling out every single stan. Shut the fuck up, Weeby. You're a stan of mine, okay? You are a stan, bitch. You. And unlike them, you don't even make good fucking content, okay? Shut up. You're in here every goddamn day calling other people's stans. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. They make funny content. They make funny content. It's the truth. And these are accounts that would no longer be able to, you know, have anyone see them. It's bullshit. Hasan Twitter is funny when they don't post your thirst traps. Yeah, when they post my, well, some of them are funny when they even post my thirst traps, but you know, dude just got dildoed. Okay, I'm sorry, Weeby. When you're not posting Bill Maher memes in the chat, you know, you're fine. I know you're a Bill Maher stan. Jesus Christ. You literally sent me this fucking dumbass link because you want me to have a brain aneurysm. He always sends me Bill Maher clips, dude. It's so fucking relentless. It kills me. It kills my brain. And he knows it. And he does it anyway. Okay.
Fundamental misunderstanding Elon Musk can't wrap his brain around is the fact that there are people that aren't bots, aren't trolls, that won't pay $8 a month. He says you won't see from these unverified users, that's the bots and the trolls. So in his mind, the only unverified users are bots and trolls. He can't comprehend that there's going to be real people with real voices that either can't afford $8 a month or just don't want to pay $8 a month. But he still just throws them down just like, oh no, they're beneath us. Those are bots and trolls. Those unverified users, not real people.
And you won't really see, you'll have to scroll far to see the unverified users, which will be the bots and and trolls and whatnot.
When this was initially announced, I thought this would just be like what verification used to mean, like just confirming there's a real person behind the keyboard, but it's not that anymore. It's confirming it's a real person behind the keyboard, and now it's the only way to have a voice. You can't be a free user anymore, at least not one that gets seen. So if you're posting Twitter to like talk to friends or engage in conversation with people that you like, and you're a free user, there's a good chance they won't see it because it'll get drowned out by the verified users. So fundamentally, you just get pushed out of your own circles by the priority of the verified accounts. When he announced this, he tried to portray it as like power to the people, but all it is power to the people that pay. So it's even more so benefiting and only benefiting the people that are wealthy enough to afford an $8 subscription to an absolute fucking hemorrhoid like Twitter. And just completely...
So here's the question, okay? And I'm going to be as charitable as possible to Elon Musk here. This is something that hasn't really been done in America before. But I'm willing to be open-minded here and hear out examples of this happening in other places. Obviously, there are comparable instances, right? Like SEO search engine optimization plus AdSense, right? Or TikTok wanting you to buy ads on the platform and like sponsor and boost your own posts. Okay? But is there an example of this where like a creator economy that is like just straight up pay to play? Someone in my replies to my last tweet actually mentioned a platform, and I want to confirm this because I don't know enough about it. Here it is. I said, of course, Elon is stupid enough to think that people will pay $8 a month to have their post be seen. He literally paid $44 billion for that validation. Banger tweet, if I might add, for the record. This is like if Netflix deleted its IP and substituted its licenses in its library for user-generated content, serve ads, and then ask you to pay to watch and keep making the content. Okay? Scared of this ratio. This guy got fucking absolutely destroyed. That's funny. Someone said this is exactly like Douyin or something. Douyin? Did I say it right? I don't know what that is. It's the Chinese TikTok. I'm not free scrolling. It's TikTok in China. TikTok is already Chinese? Yeah, but there is no fucking... But it's not in China, baby. And there's a reason for that. What, you think TikTok in China is TikTok in China? The fuck? What are you, stupid? You think China would not make its own version of its own fucking product that it's selling to the West that is fundamentally different, especially with respect to its algorithm and what kind of content they're serving you and what kind of moderation that content has, especially to like children, for example, which quite literally in the Chinese version of TikTok, children are limited to what they're seeing and how many hours they spend on the platform. You think that China would be dumb enough to fucking do the TikTok brain rot, the unmitigated disaster in its own country? Oh, no shot. Yeah, so that exactly is Douyin. So you knew. Okay, so I didn't know what it was called. I know that like China has a different version of the same social media platforms that we use. But in China, the algorithm is serving tons of videos about heroic efforts, people succeeding in class, people succeeding in athletics. It's literally beyond the opposite of what's popular in the West. You should check out what their feed looks like. I would like to one day. Anyway, what I've seen, Douyin honestly bangs. Isn't there an open source Twitter? Anyway, look. You are getting boomed right now. Douyin is manga porn. Whatever they call it. But is it pay to play? Is it pay to play? That's the question. And that's Doge. Okay, that's Dojin. You fucking horny weebs. You fucking idiots. You're ridiculous. Anyway. But you know the word curious? I mean, I literally read manga pornos to my guests yesterday. Watching white people cry over a fake space is hilarious. What do you mean? Anyway, look. If there are examples of this, I'm willing to... If there are examples of this where people have actually exclusively like pay to play and profoundly successful pay to play platforms, I'd be willing to change my opinion. I right now maintain the position that I don't think UGC will thrive and the algorithm will thrive when people have to pay to have their post be seen, because I think you're limiting a lot of people posting when they're no longer able to do so for free. If you're shadow banning everyone until they pay for the privilege of not being shadow banned, you're going to lose out on a lot of content. And the more you lose out on the content, okay, because people are already paying for it by putting out their information out there for you to steal and sell to advertisers. If you do all that, you're going to ruin the platform. You're going to ruin the algorithm. Okay? Are you going to sub to Twitter Blue? You're a public figure, so I guess they expect you to. I will not be doing that. I will not.
Slaps everyone who can't afford that or won't pay for it. I also don't necessarily seeing it being effective at stopping scams, spam, or hate speech, because he even mentions, people will pay for it and we'll just ban them. It's significantly cheaper now to pay $8 a month for a checkmark than it was for scammers and all of that prior. It was like 15 grand if you bought like a hacked verified account to promote your scam. It was far more expensive. So all of those scammers that were verified and scamming are now able to do it cheaper and probably more often because it's such a lower price point for them now. So I don't see it even stopping that, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. The way he describes it though really does seem like as a free user, you basically can't exist on Twitter, at least not in any meaningful way with your current circles or making posts. They just won't get seen because all of the verified accounts are going to be above you everywhere, not just in the comments, but also in the search.
My favorite thing from Elon Meat Riders in my replies is you lose $8 for thousands you make on content. That's called a tax. Okay, you're an idiot. And let me explain why. First of all, if you're an Elon Meat Rider, you probably don't like taxes anyway because you're fucking libertarian. You pay taxes so you get the roads, the infrastructure, and all the other things that actually run, even if you don't benefit from it personally, because you ultimately are benefiting from it personally. I am the one who is making the content. Okay? Without me and others like me, not just me, you as well, by the way, remember, we are all making the content on Twitter. Twitter is not making its own content that people are tuning in for. Twitter is not licensing content that people are tuning in for. The entire purpose of Twitter is to hear what other mentally ill people have to say. Okay? That's it. That's not called a tax. That's just asking your workers that you need more money from them this time around. That's it. And I don't even get paid for the content that I make on Twitter. Okay? That's not a thing. That's why he's only charging $8 and not $50. It doesn't matter. But they're getting rid of that too. Can we not blame all the bad behavior on mental illness? Wait, I never said it was bad behavior. I said it's good behavior. I have a very specific type of mental illness that makes me want to see all the other unhinged people, equally unhinged as myself, say the dumbest shit on the planet. Okay? I love that. I am a fan. Okay? I like staring into the darkness. It's fucked up and it hurts my soul, but also it's just very spicy, and I like to see what people are up to.
So I don't know how people are even going to find unverified accounts anymore. So yeah, that's the latest update here from this awful idea from Elon. As I've mentioned numerous times now, I really wouldn't mind if Twitter shut down just in general. I think it would be a net positive to the whole fucking world if that were the case. And this does seem like it's a push in that direction. I feel like there's not a ton of people that'll pay $8 a month to be verified, but I just don't know. I really don't. I
mean, we're on Twitch. It's a great example. A lot of people want to become Twitch content creators. Can you imagine if Twitch was like, hey, do you want to fucking post on this? You want a Twitch partnership badge, or you want to be able to post on Twitch and have people see it? Like, you have to pay us now. That's psychotic. That's completely insane. And Twitch did a form of that by changing the compensation for everybody, by making the subscription revenue quite literally a unimaginably bad split, while simultaneously saying, we want you to do ads, so we're going to make the ad split a normal revenue split. It's insane to give companies a platform and a voice like they are people. Who in their right mind would pay $8 a month to tweet dumb things to their friends or give opinions about pointless things in a class-based system where you give the richest man more money than he already has in order to make content so that he can make more money from ad revenue? Yeah, especially, it's literally like at the top of the hour when there's a 60-second ad break, giving money to HasanAbi Piker, okay? Because at the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, then all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or you can do for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month, right? You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky, right? That's another method that you can use, the gifted sub method. But ultimately, that's what you get. Your bang for your buck is right there, okay? Neki Stranik, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Hog along, thank you for the 5 get the subs, allowing 10 people to no longer see the ads. Here's the 1-minute ad break now. Boom, blammo, roasted, toasted. Here it is.
I'm not paying $8 a month for it, I can promise you that much, but I guess we'll have to see how popular the system becomes. But regardless, it is legitimately against free speech, no matter what happens. It is just a fucked up idea. So that's about it. See ya.
Great take from Charlie. He is correct on this. He's correct on his assessment. Like I said, I personally don't think people would pay for the service. But it is basically just, you're going to pay $8 a month to use Twitter in the way that you can currently use Twitter. That's what Elon Musk is saying. And he's betting that people will be just as obsessed and as psychotic as he is to get that deep validation that they crave. Okay? That deep validation that he craves, he thinks you want too. And that's precisely why he thinks you will pay for it. Okay? Media outlets will pay for the prioritization. Users won't. Yeah, but there aren't that many media outlets. You have to get everyone to fucking pay for it if you want this to be a profitable endeavor. Okay? And ultimately, if it's just media outlets that pay for it and normal users don't, then your daily active user number is dipping. Both because there aren't as many good posts on there, and also because, you're not using the platform to post anymore because no one's seeing your post, because that validation is, to a certain degree, something that people want. And that's normal. Now, also on top of that, though, on top of everything else that we just discussed with respect to Elon Musk destroying Twitter, single-handedly just dicking it down, he's also gone back and asked for employees to return, which is bananas. What is this? This guy is still posting about me? Why would you fucking post it in here? Stop. Stop. Take an hour off. Never do that. Never do that again. No free clout. No fucking free clout, bitch. Don't be dumb. Is there, I'm trying to find like a breaking news story that potentially covers the Twitter employees, Elon Musk